Welcome back to the Up and Coming Show. It's your boy T Jones.
What up? It's your boy Maurice.
We about to react to this track hawk Lamborghini race, man. Y'all probably done seen little clips of it on IG, but we ain't gonna do too much talking. We just gonna get right into the video. That bitch hard, bro.
That bitch hard, bro.
That was hard. I like the body of that bitch. That bitch sick.
My kids have no idea.
What's up, everybody? This is Brenton from Forza Tuning and Performance, and today I have got a Forza Stage 4R Trackhawk, and I have the Lamborghini Urus. So we're going to do a little head-to-head comparison on these two vehicles. We're going to go over some stats and some specifics and kind of compare the two vehicles, and then we're going to take them out on the road and see how the Urus stacks up against a Trackhawk. Before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to Demonology 638. He's got a big event coming up called the Big Showdown, March 7th at Texas Motorplex.
Probably
talked about it. You can get
sense
details on
of
his
shit.
Instagram page. It's Demonology 638. The hashtag will be at the bottom of the screen. So if you want to see the biggest, baddest race from all the YouTube guys that are into cars, you got to check this out. Dockmaster is going to be there. It's going to be a really cool event. So check that out. So what do we have here? We have a Jeep Trackhawk 2018, and we have a 2020 Lamborghini Urus. Okay. So as you know, last Friday we released a video specifically on the Lamborghini Urus. Kind of went into more depth, more specifics about the vehicle. Pretty good video. Got a lot of positive reviews. So if you want to see that, there'll be a link in the description or in the card above. You click on it, check out that if you want to know more about this. Also, we have done Trackhawk specific videos. So, if you're not really into that, or you don't really give a shit how these two compare, there'll be a link in the description or a card above on a Trackhawk specific video. But, if you're wanting to know how these two cars compare to each other, that's what this video is going to be about. Okay, so I'm just going to cover some general stuff about the two vehicles. Obviously, in a lot of ways, they're drastically different, but in a lot of ways, they're very close to the same. A lot of the car manufacturers are coming out with some very powerful SUVs right now. The Trackhawk is one, the Urus is one,
That bitch gotta be the fastest
which is a very impressive SUV. We've got the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, we've got the Bentley Bentayga, the Porsche Cayenne Turbo. There's probably some others, but basically we've got this influx of some very powerful, high-performance SUVs coming onto the market. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a Lamborghini nut. It's my favorite car manufacturer, so this video is kind of, more what I personally wanted to do because I absolutely love these things. So we'll go over some general stuff here. The biggest thing, price. Everybody knows the price is totally different. The Trackhawk starts at about $86,000, and the Urus starts at about $215,000. So
just the
name, 2.5 times more.
That's all
so if you're wondering what's more for the money, that's on what
you pay 200. Yeah, you paying 200 for a Lamborghini.
There's a big difference in price here. Engine-wise, the Trackhawk, 6.2-liter supercharged V8 Hemi engine. Okay, the Urus, a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine. Okay, so pretty different right there. Power-wise, what do we got? The Trackhawk is 707 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. The Urus, 641 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. So right there, we've got definitely have a leading edge going to the Trackhawk for more power, torque. Okay,
whoever the engineers was in that room when they were making that Trackhawk was trying to do some shit.
Of torque at 4,800
RPM.
Okay, I'm emphasizing 4,800 RPM because this is a drastic difference when we get over here. The Urus has 626 foot-pounds of torque, but it is at 2,250 RPM.
That shit look heavy.
Okay, so that is a drastic difference. We have a tremendous amount of torque from the Lamborghini at a very low RPM. That is drastic when these two vehicles are racing against each other.
And the inside,
a lot of torque way down low. They both have 8-speed automatic transmissions. They're both all-wheel drive, so that's pretty similar comparison. So weight differences, okay? The Lamborghini is definitely going to come out on top on this one. They use a lot of carbon fiber polymers in the vehicle, so it really brings the weight down. So this SUV is 4,800 pounds, okay? One of the lightest SUVs in its class. The Trackhawk, it's not bad, but it's 5,300 pounds, so it's not bad for what it is. But, between the two, there's a decent amount of weight difference here. So what does that mean as far as performance differences, okay? We have the Trackhawk, which its claim to fame was the most powerful SUV when it was released. And if you're strictly going off horsepower, it's either up there or still the highest one. I don't know the horsepower on every single SUV, but it is higher than this Lamborghini for sure. Speed-wise, okay, the Trackhawk has a very impressive launch control. That has supercharger. It gives instantaneous torque and power right off the line, and it does a 0 to 60 time of 3.5 seconds. Okay, definitely not shabby, especially on a 5,300-pound
That
SUV.
shit fast,
The
bro.
Lamborghini does 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. So we definitely have a winner as far as 0 to 60 times. And again, that is partly because number one, this vehicle is lighter, and number two, it produces a tremendous amount of torque at very low RPM range to really get this SUV moving out of the hole. Next, we've got quarter mile times. Everybody wants to know quarter mile times. They're not too different. The Trackhawk is 11.6 seconds at 116 miles an hour, and the Urus is 11.4 seconds at 121 miles an hour. So we're only talking 0.2 of a difference between the two. Top speed. The Trackhawk, 180 miles an hour. That's definitely fast for an SUV. The Lamborghini, which is generally the king of speed, obviously in any of their cars, does 190 miles an hour. So it's a little bit more aerodynamic compared to the body design of the Trackhawk, so that's perfectly
understandable. That shit gonna get up to that 180 way faster than
190. How often are you gonna be doing either one? Probably not too much before you go to jail. So it's sort of irrelevant. And another statistic, okay? If you watch the Urus video, which you didn't, you should, because I went into detail on the brake system, and that in and of itself is interesting enough just to tune into the video for that. But we have braking comparisons. I searched high and low, and I couldn't find statistics to perfectly compare these two. Mainly because what I could find out is some concrete data for a 60 mile an hour to 0 braking distance on the Trackhawk, which is 114 feet. Okay, on the Urus, I found some concrete data, but it was from 70 miles an hour to 0. It was about 149 feet. So I am not in a position to calculate mathematically what it would be between the other two. So we can get some police analytic guy that does wrecks or whatever in the hell they do to figure that out. But I do know that the brakes on the Trackhawk, they are the biggest brakes that have ever been on a Jeep vehicle. That's not that impressive because it's not like Jeep has made anything real performance oriented. I wouldn't say the brakes on a Wrangler.
I'm 90% sure you gotta, if you get that truck, you're gonna have to go to Lamborghini and get them bitches fixed.
They are really good brakes.
Like brake changes and shit like that. You're gonna have to order that shit
from
Lamborghini.
You can't go to the hood.
Ain't no AutoZone in that.
You can't go to AutoZone and get a brake pads for that, boy.
The brakes on the Urus are going to be hard to beat because they are the biggest brakes ever put on a production car of any type. Okay, the rotors are a whopping 440 millimeters in diameter, carbon ceramic, 6-piston brakes. And I went into a little bit of detail on the Urus video that most car manufacturers, especially with a high-performance brake system, sub the brakes out to a separate company, which is exactly what Jeep did on the Trackhawk. These are Brembo rotors. Okay, so Brembo makes the brakes for the Trackhawk. Okay. Lamborghini produces all their brake components in-house. Okay, so they don't rely on anybody else. They take it so seriously. They want to design their own brake system from the ground up.
I mean, shit, if you got the money to buy the bitch, you should have the money to get it fixed and maintenance.
Impressive would be saying it mildly. So that pretty much sums up the braking characteristics and most of the performance characteristics. So we'll get into this a little bit more when we take these vehicles out on the road. Now, obviously, I know that one of these vehicles is drastically more expensive than the other. So there's going to be a lot of shit talking and comments and stuff. We know that. We're just trying to show you all the differences between two different vehicles. Obviously, this vehicle is not a stock Trackhawk. This is a 1,000 horsepower stage 4R Trackhawk.
He don't put shit in there.
We don't have a stock Trackhawk here to compare to the Urus, and this is probably going to be more interesting anyway to see the two. Just take that into consideration.
With the rims and all that.
Rather unimportant boring fact, if you want to know gas mileage, which I can't imagine anybody that's going to buy you shit about the gas mileage. But if you wanted to know, the Lamborghini is 12 in the city and 17 on the highway, and the Trackhawk is 11 in the city and 17 on the highway. So they're both neck and neck. Again, nobody cares about that. Both these vehicles are very similar in overall size. The wheelbase on the Trackhawk is like 114.8, almost 115 inches, and the wheelbase on the Urus is 118.2. So we're talking maybe 3 inches. So the only reason I bring that up is because on the Urus video, we talked about the Urus having rear wheel steering. Okay, the rear wheels can actually turn plus or minus 3 degrees. At low speeds, the rear wheels turn opposite of the front wheels to really get into a tight turning spot, and it brings the virtual wheelbase of the vehicle shorter than it actually is. We know that the wheelbase is a little bit longer than this, so what's the turning radius? Okay, it's actually very, very close. The turning radius for the Trackhawk is 38 feet. And on the Urus, it's 38.7. So even though the Urus has rear wheel steering, The Urus still has a slightly larger turning radius. And even though it's not much, I thought it might be worth mentioning specifically because it has rear wheel steering. So both vehicles seat 5 people. The Urus, it has the option of the 2 rear bucket seats. It's not as common, but if we're just going to compare car to car, it both have the folding rear seats. They both seat 5 adults. Fairly comfortable for what size vehicle it is. Cargo area. The Urus has a cargo area of about 22 cubic feet with the folding rear seat option. Now, the Trackhawk has considerably more. It's like 36.8 cubic feet of storage area. That's pretty amazing, honestly, because if you look at the 2 vehicles side by side, physically they're very, very close. So, you know, the Trackhawk definitely has more storage area. That's what you care about. Since these are mostly daily driver type cars, I'd say that that's fairly important to a lot of people. And lastly, wheels. Okay, Trackhawk, 20-inch wheels, front and back. They're 20 by 10-inch wheels. They have a 295 45 ZR 20-inch tire on all 4 corners. Okay, so they're all the same. The Urus, it comes standard with 21-inch wheels. So it's 21 by 9.5 on the front and 21 by 10.5 on the back.
Come on, that bitch.
That is the wheel that it comes standard. And 21 is an oddball wheel for a stock car, and that is due to the enormous front brakes that we talked about earlier. It took a very large wheel to physically fit over top of the massive caliber that they put on the vehicle. Now, the Urus also has a 22-inch wheel option and a 23-inch wheel option. Yes, 23 inches. You know, we went over this in the Urus video. 23 is unheard of. I don't think I've ever heard of a production vehicle with a 23-inch wheel. That's not even a common size. In fact, nobody made a tire for this vehicle. So Lamborghini had to reach out to Pirelli to make a special tire for the vehicle. On this particular Urus, it has the 23-inch wheel option. So what did Pirelli come up with? They made a special set of tires for the front and back of the car. They're Pirelli P0s. The front tire is a 285 35 ZR23, okay? The back tire is a Pirelli P0 325 30 ZR23. So I have no idea how costly those tires are, but I'm sure they are not cheap. Honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to one of these coming in here. They need tires just so I know firsthand what the availability on these tires are, what they actually cost. You know, to me, it's outrageous, but that's Lamborghini. They do outrageous shit, and that's what everybody likes. Why people like them. So now that y'all know a little bit about both vehicles, let's get into the interesting part. Let's do some comparison. Put these 2 cars on the road.
Yes, sir.
That bit mean, bro.
Nah, that bit's nice. The body on that bit's nice too. But I could just see myself in the hood, cuz, you feel me, pulling up, man. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying now. That bit nice.
You feel me?
But check out that Jeep launch control.
Just doing a comparison between, obviously this isn't totally fair. This is a 2018 Jeep Trackhawk. This has our Stage 4 1,000 horsepower package. That's a 2020 Lamborghini Urus bone stock. So we're just doing a comparison so you'll kind of see the difference between the 2.
If you don't know what you're doing, cuz, you can hang that shit up, man. You get it, that bitch get away from you, you out of there.
See the launch control, that's you off that bitch take off. That bitch gonna move. See it, that bitch gonna move. I'm telling you, shit, that bitch gonna move.
He closing the distance, but he out of there.
That bitch fast, I'm telling you, cuz.
That bitch, look at, listen at that bitch, cuz.
That bitch whining.
Yo, he out of there. Wow, cool.
Every time that bitch gonna do that. Every time.
That take off too much. He leaving that nigga.
Got his ass. That bitch too fast, cuz.
Okay, everybody.
That bitch too fast, cuz.
We thought it was a super cool. We had the opportunity.
Damn, I didn't think it was gonna be like that, cuz.
That bitch too fast, cuz. I'm telling you.
So
that launch control crazy.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
That's just like that Lambo. It's a Lambo. It's for the look, and it's some shit that you can. All right, that's the end of. Yeah, cuz that's how I feel. That's how I look at it from my perspective. It's like, if you want a nice car, some shit that you can just cruise through the city and people will be like, okay.
You got Lambo.
But you can also hit it and it's like some shit that you can kind of impress somebody with. But if you just want sheer like mean, like, I'm finna whoop your ass, this bitch finna take off, like,
yeah, I don't give a fuck what you lined up with.
Yeah, that track, yes sir. Yeah, that's what that is.
That's that car, yo.
Yeah, I gotta get me one of them. Both of them bitches. If I had the money, I'd buy both of them bitches, man. But that Lamborghini, that body make on that Lamborghini nice as fuck for SUV.
I think that's what made the car, the body.
Yeah, but that track hard, that damn acceleration car just too much. You can't, it's like he out of there too quick.
Bitch, I'll be all on the road, man.
Yeah, man. If you can't drive, you can hang that shit up. You out of there. You finna fishtail into a fucking tree somewhere, man.
I'm talking about you gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah. Alright, man, that's the end of that video, man. Y'all like and share, you know what I'm saying? And we got more videos coming, so y'all just stay tuned, keep rocking with us.
We'll be back.